Welcome to Compass Global Markets Weekly Update. I'm Tony Boyajian. Well, the risk-off theme continues to develop in financial markets with the Japanese yen, the euro, Swiss franc, government bonds and even gold strengthening overnight after North Korea launched a missile test over the Japanese island of Hokkaido this morning. Now, the price of gold in particular has jumped towards $1,320 an ounce. It's an 8-month high. And we've also seen currencies with current account surpluses such as the yen, the Swiss franc, the euro certainly strengthen as well, as they are favoured in times of elevated geopolitical uncertainty. Now, after last week's comments from US President about retaliating with fire and fury, this raises the pressure now on what the US, Japan and China will do or respond with. The market continues to sell the US dollars as Hurricane Harvey in particular causes widespread flooding through the state of Texas. Now that's shut down around about 20% of the refinery production in the US Gulf Coast, and we've seen the price of oil tumble by 3% overnight. Meanwhile, the Aussie dollar against the US has fallen by 0.8%, a little bit of risk-off theme there, and currently remains around that 79 US cent level. The market is also assessing the implication of the comments made by US Fed Chair Janet Yellen and the ECB, the ECB Chair President Mario Draghi's comments at the recent Jackson Hole meeting in Wyoming. Now, the Federal Reserve Bank in the US remains dovish on interest rates regarding raising interest rates further. Janet Yellen did not make any mention of monetary policy during her speech. And at the same time, we've got this overarching situation with the US Congress needing to raise the debt ceiling by the 29th of September to avoid a government shutdown. We saw this happen under the Obama government 2 years ago. The market expects a resolution to be forthcoming, avoiding the government to be shut down. However, the market still remains cautious and fairly guarded in terms of their take on with risk. So we've seen investors move away from US dollar holdings and certainly buying euros instead. And the euro has strengthened by 2.5% just over the past month or two, and we've seen euro dollar hit a 2.5-year high around this 120 level currently. So the ECB, the European Central Bank comments that we saw were certainly euro bullish. We've seen Draghi, market was expecting that perhaps he would talk the euro lower. He hasn't done that. Now, it could be because he's been quite guarded, we know that, but it could be to avoid any political ramifications with the Germany elections only 3 weeks away. Elsewhere, UK Brexit negotiations have recommenced. It seems the Bank of England will keep interest rates on hold for a little while longer whilst this uncertainty over the UK Brexit negotiations continue. And finally, keep an eye out on some important data coming out this week. Locally for Australia, we've got second quarter capex figures on Thursday, followed by the US July inflation report on Thursday, and the all-important US non-farm payrolls, the jobs report for the month of August, out on Friday. Look for that data, give a bit more direction and guidance for foreign exchange purposes. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. Don't forget to watch us on Sky Business News every Thursday lunchtime from 12:15 to 12:30 for our latest expose on what's happening with financial markets on Foxtel and Optus TV. This is our weekly live and exclusive coverage on behalf of Compass Global Markets. Have a great week.